Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do a shop my stash, a use it basket like I had been doing. It's where I would pull items, put in the basket. I would use those for a month or two, and then I would switch out my basket. So I've already pulled a couple of things, and I'm kind of adding more in as we go. So I already have like this in the basket, and I already have my foundation on. Just to kind of get ahead of the game, because I am going to apply some of this as we chit chat about it. And we're also going to talk about my weekly weigh-in for my healthy. And I weighed this morning. I had lost 2.5 pounds last week, so that puts me at about 4.5, right about 4.5 pounds lost in 2 weeks. And I have started doing what I eat in a day videos. I will get better at them, I promise. But I did post one. I'll leave it up above. It's a really short 6-minute video. It goes through really day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I'll start trying to make them a little bit more entertaining, but just quickly ran through what I had for lunch and the points of each meal, and I will get better at putting those together, I swear. So I have my foundation on, and the foundation I have actually pulled 2. One of these was already in the use it basket, and I hadn't used it because I just kind of forgot about my use it basket. Shaking them up because this one's definitely old. Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation infused with peach, sweet cream, and fig. This no longer smells like peach. Did it even smell like peach when we first got it? I can't even remember. It's been that long. But it is oil-free, 14-hour wear, oil controlling, photo friendly. Oh, my words. But I mean, I did get some use out of this, but not nearly enough to warrant what I paid for this. I don't know how old it is. I know it's years, like probably a year or two old. But I got it on today, and it did fine. It doesn't smell like super funky or anything, but it does not smell like peach. But I don't remember, did it smell like peach to start with? I don't even remember. And then the other one I got is one that I do love, and it is CoverGirl Clean Matte. I think this replaced their tinted moisturizer. It is the BB cream for oily skin, and I loved their tinted moisturizer. So I think this was what they replaced it with. So these two I'm going to try to get more use out of. It's like if I look through this one in the light, I can see like I have used some of it. So, and this one you can definitely see there's an indentation there. So those are my 2 foundations I'm going to try to work on using. And you know, it takes me forever to use a foundation because I use very minimal foundation. Powder, of course, I'm going to stick with my Laura Geller. And I'm also trying to use up this Becca, which only have this much of left. These are 2 of my favorite powders, and I know once this is gone, it's gone. So I'll be sad. I love that one. I don't think they make that anymore. I don't know for sure. I'd have to go on like in Google. Let me know down below if you know. Do they still make the Hydro Mist powder? Is Becca still even in business? Did they go out of business? See, I haven't been keeping up with like all the makeup news, so I'm using my Laura Geller. And just quickly, I'm just dabbing. Oh, the concealer I have on. I have to tell you that too. I had a friend a while back. It's been a good while back. Send me some concealers. One of them I'm decluttering automatically. The other one was this Kylie Jenner, and the shade is in Himalaya, and it's very peachy. Can you guys see this? Very peachy. So it's kind of good to do like this inner corner of my eye. I'm going to go ahead and tuck that in the basket, but it's very, very peachy, and peach is really good to counteract like blueness. So I'm going to use that kind of like in the corners in this crevice here, because I do get a lot of blue in there. Something else I have noticed, and this is going to come down more to my skincare, is right in here, which you guys can't really see it on. I'm getting like more freckles or sunspots. I mean, my freckles have always been there, but it's like I'm getting a cluster like right here that looks more dark, and I'm saying those are probably like sun age spots, and I'm gonna have to get me something for skincare that's brightening, that is formulated to help reduce like dark spots or age spots or whatever. But I was putting my makeup on the other day, and I seen it And I was like, some eyeshadow must have got on my face. And I went to wipe it away and it didn't wipe away. And I was like, what the heck is that? It's like a little cluster of freckles, sunspots, whatever you want to call it. And so yeah, I'm gonna have to find something to target that. I've been pulled this guy out. I use this forever. See my two lights going on here. And wait, over here's another one. I don't know if I can get it in the reflection. But anyway, I'm gonna try to get some more use out of this one. And I'm using a different brush today just to kind of pinpoint. This one's more pinched instead of rounded. And this is one we got in a Boxycharm, more likely. That just really pinpoints instead of blowing it out so much. And then again, under here, cross here, and cross here. So yes, I have lost almost 5 pounds within 2 weeks, guys. And there will be a link to the Healthy website, which will give you like probably the link to the app. But if you just go to your Play Store or your App Store or whatever you have on your phone, it's Healthy with an I, and I have that linked down below with all my other stuff. Blush, I pulled 2 blushes. I pulled a cream blush. This is the Shanna B. I'll use this before I do powder, but that's a really pretty blush, and I've only used it like once. You can see my fingerprint in there. I only used it like once, so I'm going to pull that to use. And this one is an old favorite that I have not pulled out in a while. And I've actually been using this one, which I love Milani blushes. This one is Color Harmony Pink Play. So that's that one. And this is an overspray. These are kind of hard to get open. This was like a gold up here, and it's just an overspray. But that is like a really pretty kind of, you could use the top for just a highlight. And then down here, you have these beautiful pinkies. And I just swirl them all together, of course, and do one thing. So I have that one laying out to grab as well. But this is the one I picked to do my blush. And I'm going to grab this little guy. This is one I used to use my cream blushes. That's why it's got some staining on it. Just a nice little flush of pink. This one is Blossom Time Rose, and it has the rose imprint, and as you can see, the rose imprint still there. Okay, so pulled that guy. Eyeshadow primer, I'm still working on this one. As you can see, I'm going through it pretty good. I have not pulled an eyeshadow palette, so that's kind of what I was waiting for you guys. Eyeshadow. So I use just a tiny little amount. I start in the middle of my lid, and then I just bring it over and over. And then I swoop it up. Easy peasy. Okay. And then I'll use usually just my face powder to set that. So how have you guys been? What's been going on? Today is Monday. I don't know when this video will go up. May go up Wednesday. I don't know yet. I don't know when I'll put it up, but it technically is Monday. So how was your Monday? I'm usually at work on Monday, so how I scored and got today off, I don't know. Thank you, Miss Melody, my manager. And today's truck day too, so I don't know how I scored getting off on a Monday and a truck day. I don't know. But I did. So I've been wanting to pull things I have not used in a long, long time. That is something else I wanted to talk to you guys about. I have not used this palette forever. I'm going to pull this palette. If I can get it out of the little thing here. Okay, there's one. I usually pull one bigger palette and then like a smaller palette. So that one was, and I'll show you just a second which palette that was, because you're probably like, what palette was it, Shannon? So Violet Voss. This was the Pro with all the pretty roses and neutrals, because you know I love roses and neutrals. Come on now. And let me grab, let's go, let me move this slide out of my way so I can get this drawer open. Let's go way back and pull something kind of unexpected. No, I can't do that one. That's got a lot of the same colors. Yeah, kind of the same colors. It's because I buy the same colors. Oh, this one. Let me see this one. Okay, yes. The Too Faced Chocolate Gold. Do you guys still have this one? Does anybody still have this one? Those are my two bigger palettes that I'm going to pull. And then I'm going to pull one like small palette to put in there. And let me see what I have. I just used that one the other day. That's a Makeup Geek. What are you? Fenty Beauty. We got this in one of the beauty boxes. That's a lot of pinks and two. It's hard to find something that like I don't already, you know, like I've already got that in the palette that I'm using. All right, this one has more warmer tones. This is the Visi Art Neutral Matte. We'll take that one because I can use those mattes for just a quick matte look. And I think I'll grab this. This is an eyeshadow stick it came from Sally Hansen, and I think it is oh, it's Glow Bloom. Just one of their little new brands that they started carrying. Oh, I want this too. Give me this. This was a Sydney Grace. I did a small mystery bag haul, and they said this was a highlighter. That is way too dark to be a highlighter. I mean, if you're dark complected, that would be beautiful on a darker skin tone. But for my skin tone, that's an eyeshadow. So I'm going to pull that. I'm going to pull this. And I think that is it. For my for my monthly basket. So I'm actually going to let's do the chocolate gold since I already have it open. Still smells like chocolate. I'm going to go into So Brulee. I think that's what it said. Bougie. So bougie. My bad. So bougie. I would have used Rolling in Dough if I knew which palette I would have been using to set that primer, but I didn't know, so. Still works perfectly fine. We'll see how the other shades blend on top. The original chocolate palette I have laying out to send to a friend, and I need to send that because I keep forgetting to send it. So if you see this, I still have it set aside for you because you said you weren't in a hurry for it. I keep forgetting all about it until I get over here like cleaning up, and then I see it, and I'm like, crap, I forgot that's over there. I need to send that. I need to mail that. That was So bougie. I'm just blending over. Clean brush, empty brush. You know what brush I'm going to next. There's no questions. No explanations. But if you've never seen me before, that blending brush that I first used came from BH Cosmetics. The name has worn off of it. It's just like a big blending brush. This one is the Morphe 433. This is my go-to brush. And I'm going to go into Chocolate Truffle. Now here's where that Visi Art palette would come in handy because there's only 4 mattes in this whole palette, and that's these right here. The cream, the 2 tans, and this black right here. Yeah, cream, tan, tan, and black. That's the only mattes in this whole palette. All the rest are beautiful shimmers. So that's where that Busy Art palette would definitely come in handy if you wanted a different tone. Oh yeah, see, that's still good. That's still really good. And just whispering this on the skin, just barely touching the skin. People ask me, how do you get that really blended, faded look? I'm just barely grazing. I wish I could show it to you better, but I like stamp it hard. But once I kind of get that off the end of the brush, I'm just barely taking the ends of that brush and moving color over. And then as color starts to come off the brush, I'll go in a little bit harder to blend it. And I'm going to do that just one more time, just deepen that up a little bit. This I'm keeping right out here. Stamp it, and then just feather right in that corner. And that's it. Easy peasy look today. I'm not going anywhere. I'm home all day. I'm cleaning house. I'm just putting on makeup to be putting on makeup and having fun. I don't know. We might go somewhere when my hubby gets home, so you never know. For colors, since we may be going out somewhere and I don't know, I'm going to keep this kind of tame. Let me clean this shadow up a little bit. It's got a little dust from another color on it. It got some of the purple on there somehow. I'm going into Old Money, which is this goldy looking one right here. Let's try that. And this is an e.l.f. crease brush, by the way. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. I was looking for a shade to go into the inner corner. I'm going to use Famous to go into the inner corner. Okay, I'm going to clean that brush off because I did use both sides of it. And over here, I'm going to go into Famous. I'm going to be really careful just to keep it in the corner. Happy with this, happy. And I'm going to go into Decadent, which is black. This is that little e.l.f. crease brush. It's a tiny little brush. Right up here at the corner, I'm just going to kind of swoop down like so. That's going to give us kind of a winged out look without doing a wing. Because when you have hooded lids, a wing is almost, it's not impossible, but for me, it's almost impossible because it just wads up. And doing it this way just helps me. And it still gives me kind of that flared out look. And I'm just smudging some of that under the lash line. So I'm going to grab my favorite green. What are you? I think you were that L'Amour. See, it's rubbed off of here too. I forgot what it is called. Anywho, going right back into that black. And just intensifying that line. And see how it gives me kind of a winged out look without wing shadow or wing liner? Because when you do the wing liner, it just it just folds up in that crease, and it doesn't look like a really pretty wing liner, if you know what I'm saying. It just does not. I've been trying to use up this e.l.f. because I could tell it's kind of getting old, but I have not used this in forever. The Slash Princess, so I'm hoping she is still good. We're getting ready to find out. A little dry feeling, but she's doing what she is supposed to. Don't want my lashes to clump together too much, so I'm going to stop right there. Yeah, she's feeling like she's getting pretty dry to the touch. So something else that's down in here, I want to use the Gimme Brow. This one is by Benefit, and the color I think is 3. Yes, color is number 3. I don't brush my brows straight up. I know a lot of people will brush theirs straight up like this. I don't like how that looks. I just don't, because mine curve like this, so I follow how they grow, and then my tail I will pull down. But you do them how you like to do them. Well, that's it, guys. That is going to be my focus on basket for the next little bit. And face spray, I'm going to give my lashes just a second to dry, and then I'm going to go in with Mario. This one is the aloe, cucumber, and green tea, and that is pretty much it for this video. I don't have highlighter on. I did pull a highlighter. Did I pull a highlighter? Yes. This one is a little too pink, so I'm going to grab the one I just have laying in front of me, which is Miss Jeffrey. Love him or hate him, he makes a good highlighter. Cleaning off my brush a little bit. This one's a little more peachy, so it'll match the like the color tones I have going on. The other thing I have in this basket is a chapstick. So I already had that on my lips, and it is the vanilla latte. If you can find this one, it is fantastic. If you like coffee flavors. If you don't like coffee flavors, you're not gonna like it. Speaking of Miss Jeffrey, almost all of my Jeffrey lipsticks are drying up because I do not use them. But as long as I can do it over like a chapstick, and then go over with like a lip liner to rehydrate the formula, I can get away. There's a piece of glitter on my face. I think this one Christmas Cookie. Christmas Cookie is one of my favorite nudes. I don't like nudes, but that one is one of my favorites. So I will take where's it at? This Lawless Forget the Filler lip gloss, and just give a little bit of something to, and I just tap it. I'm not going to swipe it because that just gets it on my wand. But that is it. That is it. I think this should be dry. Yep. Not that my face looked overly powdery. That is it, guys. As always, thanks for watching. One other thing though, I'm going to mark this because I want to see how much I've used, and so we can see when I check back in with you guys if I can hold it still. It's just right about that line. So there's that one. And this e.l.f. Hydrating water essence. I'll set it down flat so it's easier to mark. It's more trying to go through this. So there's the mark on that one. We'll see how that one is. I just use that one in the morning, basically like a micellar water to wipe back over my face in the mornings. And this guy has been in my use it basket all year. It's been used all year, and I have finally got it down to that. But I believe I already have another pumpkin spice latte in my closet, so that's why I was wanting to use this one up. So I'm going to mark it. That's where I'm at there. And then the next one I'm trying to use up. This one's my favorite, and I don't know if they'll ever come back out with it. It's one of my favorites. It is Vanilla Mocha Cafe, and it is right to this line right here. So I'm just going to put along the very bottom of the gold because that's where it's at, is like right. See it? It's right there. So those are a couple more things I'm trying to use up, along with my Saturday Skin. I've already opened another Saturday Skin, which is the vitamin C one because of that, which this one is getting, I just tapped it all down to one side. I mean, it's getting there. It's getting there. So those are the things I want to try to use and use up over the next month to 2 months. We will do an update video. Just keep an eye out. It'll say monthly use up or use up basket update. But yeah, that's it. Let me know down below what you're using. What are you trying to use up? Are you trying to pan anything? I'm not trying to pan. I'm just trying to get use. Because these things sit in my drawers forever and they don't get used. And I look at them and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that palette. It was so pretty. Get it out and use it. Get it out and use it. All right, guys. As always, thanks for watching. And I'll see you on the next one.